Hello everybody and welcome back to Psychoboy Plays Monster Prom. Alright, considering that my charm stat is at 6, and dressing up as Liam to give the best campaign speech anyone's ever given would probably be a charm stat, I'm gonna go pay a million people to vote for Liam for anything. Ah, of course, election rigging, the old standby. I'll summon my father's royal vote buyer immediately. Silly me, how else does one elect a king? Later, you watch the Prom King election forecast. You're not sure why your school has its own prom royalty forecast or who pays for it, and it says that, unsurprisingly, Liam will win by almost 1 million votes advantage. I don't know what to say. Who knew there were a million monsters at this school who thought I should be prom king? Come to think of it, who knew there were a million monsters at this school? This burning in my chest. Is this shame at having at last become mainstream? Or is it joy? Nope, it's neither. I just need to drink somebody's blood. Catch you later. Liam does catch you later, and you take him out to get a fresh tuxedo. He's never looked hotter. You gain +2 fun and +1 creativity. Woo!
Alright!
Alright, think I'm gonna level up my blah, blah, blah. Oh, I gained 1 BFF. Cool. Of course, Liam got eliminated way early and has been sitting on the bleachers ever since. When you go over and ask him if he's okay, he snorts.
Hey.
Of course I'm okay. This is the best gym class I've had this year, because I didn't actually have to do in gym. That's the problem with this class. They make you do exercise. I'm a mental athlete. My gymnasium is the mind. It smells better, and no one tries to pat your butt for giving 110%. I tried telling that to Coach, but he just says, well, you know, the body is like the mind of the body. I just need some kind of bulletproof excuse. Anything to get me out of this class. Well, he is dead. I don't know if he can do Translucent Mist. I feel like Translucent Mist is the more creative option, and being dead is like the smart option. Since my creativity is slightly higher at the moment, it's risky. Yes! Oh yeah, I can do that. The best thing about being a vampire is that you're always remembering powers you forgot you had. Liam instantly becomes an immaterial cloud of vapor with Liam's exact face. It's really a gaseous form, but you were trying to be polite. Just then, Coach comes over to make you guys exercise. Alright, kids, up and at 'em! Can't spell fun without S-Q-U-A-T-S, that's what I always say! Oh, I'd love to, Coach, but I seem to be an intangible cloud of airborne particles at the moment. Oh, that's too bad. We were really gonna work our tushes off today. Oh well, I guess go and do whatever intangible clouds of what's-its do for exercise. Thank you, Coach. I most certainly will. Liam flies through you on the way out the door, and you feel a special chill. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun. Woo! That went brilliantly.
Alright!
Okay. Finally, Liam, our three members of the school, while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously. Have you found it yet? I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science. How hard can it be? It's just silverware. Just silverware! And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food? No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a post-postmodern industrialized mega society. Well, my silverware is a metaphor for silverware? Yes! Is that not enough? It's more than enough, but can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't want to lose it. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge. Huh. Damn it! Ah yes, the gloating spoon, the most distinguished of utensils. What's a gloating spoon? Well, of course you wouldn't know about it. Rude? No, I was being rude. Rudeness is simply the way one must introduce a gloating spoon. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, of course you didn't. You're not as cultured as I am. Such smug superiority. I am no match for this spoon. See, I thought that he'd be all down with the gloating spoon, but I guess not. Miranda produces the gloating spoon with much fanfare. It looks like a regular spoon to you, but then what do you know, you peasant? You convince Miranda to spend some time with you after lunch, lovingly explaining the spoon's finer points, even though spoons don't have points. Okay.
Alright!
Somebody needs him some boldness in the bathroom! but you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there. Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for. By the time you get to the bathrooms, you totally gain +2 boldness. Once again, your lack of boundaries forces you to check the stalls. One day you'll see Coach on a shitter. That'll teach you a lesson. But no, it's Liam. He has a whiteboard, a selection of markers, and a very concerned look. A succession of clues with a surprising outcome? No, too pedestrian. A spell to cause diarrhea. Might not make it through while writing it. Liam was here. Is it cliché enough to be vintage yet? Ugh, I hate writer's block. There's nothing worse than an empty stall wall. Pineapple propaganda? What? That's probably fun. So go beyond the medium with a spell that will change someone's life. Oh, come on! My smart stat is fucking 14. The only thing better is my creativity, which I guess was what the pineapple propaganda was. Still. The spell backfires, transforming you into 2 middle managers in 19th century Moscow. You contemplate your existence so much that you decide to kill yourselves. You actually sign a suicide pact before you luckily discover ice-cold vodka. Unfortunately, Russia runs out of alcohol in 1945, so you go back to contemplating your existence. A century and a half together might be what you wanted from Liam, but forced relocation to Siberia drained all the joy out of it. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Well, that was annoying.
Alright!
Alright, I'll go. You're walking with Liam later when suddenly a holy crossbow bolt slams into the wall next to you. It's the
Prepare
Slayer!
to die!
Cool. You flee with Liam and manage to get out of sight. Now's the perfect time for you to hide while Liam turns into a bat. But he's not transforming. You ask him why the hell he's just standing there instead of changing. It just seems a little cliche, doesn't it? A vampire turning into a bat? Honestly, I'm over it. If I could turn into, for example, the concept of a bat, now that would be a change worth making. Don't even know what that means, but if you can't get Liam to turn into something soon, he'll get you both caught. You quickly tell him to change into... let's go for a general feeling of...
So authentic.
Magnificent! The perfect balance of abstraction and practicality! I admit I have difficulty imagining the concept of a bat, but a general feeling of unease, why, I experience that many times a day. Liam disappears in a poof of purple smoke. You don't know where he's gone, but you sure don't feel good about it. What's the matter? Do you have your shirt on inside out? Have all your friends just been pretending to like you? Suddenly, the Slayer bursts in. She takes 1 step towards you, then stops. Why do I feel like I left my stove on when I left the house this morning? Shit! The Slayer flees to check on her stove. Liam turns back into a vampire, and you immediately feel better. Oh man, my soul has never felt so tormented. I'll have to do that more often. You hope he decides to do it when you're not around, but you're glad he's happy. You gain +2 smarts and +1 creativity. Yay! Now I don't need to choose between the 2 of them because they're equal.
Alright!
You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda's pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you tapping on your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? You seem to be an 8.5 on the Frowny Liam scale. What? The Frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of Liam's frowniness. They are not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I specifically asked my creature creme brulee be extra crispy so it truly popped with my massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burnt it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat at this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment, and so I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited source of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I'm simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop. Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Dingle. His taste may tend toward the mainstream, but surely blah blah blah. Don't be ridiculous. Dingle is surely more compassionate than that, and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again. Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Liam, one lone voice simply cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Excellent idea. I'm an incredible, intelligent, compassionate person with tons of humility, more than enough to admit when a professional's help may be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I'm the humblest person alive. I'm so humble. I'm like the most humble person in the world. I'm paraphrasing, but he did say something like that. Miranda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible, genius plan. You're super humble too. You use your magnificent calligraphy skills you picked up in your elective class, calligraphy and murder, to write 5 letters chock full of aesthetic. Liam produces a delicate white dove from his backpack. How is it breathing in there? And gives it the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, the fact that Liam trusts that the dove will be able to read the addresses to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dove's release, you receive your first reply on your phones. Ah, I knew the exquisite Jacques Aznavour would have enthusiasm for our plight. Thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message that the calligraphy is quite impressive. I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a dove to find out where I live based on my email address. But stop contacting me. Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jacques Aznavour. Oh, Dingle, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, you could have each other. Heck yeah, you have each other. For prom? Hopefully. At the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow that dove sometime to send anthrax to your enemies. Woo! Anthrax. I love anthrax.
All right.
That's anthrax. Okay. At one point, you're about to be eliminated by a player from the other team, but suddenly you convince him not to throw the ball at you with a heartfelt speech about the importance of everyone's lives. The player bursts into tears, and you take advantage of that moment of weakness, throwing a ball at him. You lose -5 mercy, a stat that might be useful in Monster Prom sequel, but isn't now, and you gain +2 charm. Scott strolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him appalled. What on earth are you eating, Scott? This delicious new flavor of Fangel's potato chips. Maximum Ultimate Double Barbecue Massacre. Really, because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Could have sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty, though. Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton environmental destruction sound tasty to you? I don't know, is that a kind of jerky? No, Scott! Don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fangles and Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year? But what do they do with the bodies of the goats? Nothing! It's a horrendously wasteful practice. Oh no! All those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things. We have to stop them. Wait, really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty. I don't actually have a plan of action, but if someone were to suggest one... I like the one at the top. But given my current stats, the one at the bottom might be the better option. Yeah, assembling an army would probably require charm, whereas an extremely mean blog post. Oh, but maybe that's creativity. And if it is creativity, I can't really give it up. I'm gonna flip a coin. Alright, heads option 1, tails option 2. Heads! Okay. Damn it! Ah yes, necromancy, the ultimate tool in the protesters' arsenal. Wait, that was a smarts thing? My smart stat is through the fucking roof. I've got a 16 in smarts. That's the best it could be. Or rather, that's my best stat. What the hell? You dig out your Abominations Against Nature 101 textbook and get to work. But soon, why are all the goats running into walls and trees and each other? Because they don't have heads, Scott, or eyes. Somehow our friend here didn't take that into account. Why did you let him do it if you knew it wasn't going to work? For the lulz, Scott, for the lulz. The lulz here are at your expense, literally. Fangle sues you for unlicensed necromancy. You lose 2 money and 1 smarts. Damn it. This is bullshit!
Alright.
Alright. Fuck. Guess I gotta get some more money.
Give me your money.
Ah, shit. I mean, fuck. That should boost my creativity stat. That'll probably help with boldness. I'm imagining that this is a smarts thing. And that's charm.
See you later.
Woo! 18 charm. God damn. Alright, never have to worry about that again.
All right.
The table you chose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by two well-dressed servants. One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you?
Disgusting!
What? Of course not. That would be barbaric. The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy.
Enough.
Ugh, I have no objective reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Let's see. I guess appealing
Not
to...
bad.
Damn it! God damn it! I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Hopefully my stats with Liam are enough
All right.
to forgive this transgression, but there's really no guarantee. That day, you were astonished by some new stuff you learned in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class could actually be useful? What a nice surprise. You gained plus 1 valuable lesson. Good luck trying to use that in the game. And plus 2 smarts. With that out of the way, you hurry away to your secret meeting.
Oh, how majestic!
Well done, co-conspirator. Operation Make Liam Popular Again is a rousing success. And for the record, I did discover that Liam was popular for a 3-month period in the early 16th century, so the name fits. All that remains is for us to wait for Prom and celebrate our... Your deception! I knew it was too good to be true. My idiosyncrasies are remarkable, but they aren't marketable. This was all a cruel joke, wasn't it? A bet between two popular kids that they could make an outcast loser into prom king. Well, guess what? The circus is over, and this clown is climbing into his tiny car and going home. Along with like 12 other tiny clouds that the metaphor holds, which it doesn't. It was a bad metaphor. Goodbye! No, Liam, I wasn't trying to be mean. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I don't even have bones. You might check that affirmation later. Oh, fish sticks. If we don't do something to fix this, all of our hard work and subterfuge will be for naught. But how can we make amends? Surely not with some sort of overwrought romantic gesture defying all logic. You tell Miranda not to worry. You've seen plenty of teen rom-coms. You know how this part goes. Well, given that my money stat is 0, that's not an option. So, you need a grand romantic gesture. Race to the airport to confess your feelings before Liam boards his plane. Wait, how did you know Liam was about to board a plane? Are you stalking him? If you are, that's fine. Isn't that what all romantic comedies have taught us to do? Anyway, you find Liam in the international terminal at Spooky Airport, waiting in line to board. You pass through airport security by telling them you're there for a romantic gesture. Because airport security might say no to terrorism, but they can't say no to love. You're too late. I'm going to Belarus, where my calculations have revealed that nobody likes me and I can go back to being unpopular. You grasp Liam's cold, dead hand in yours, and with perfect sincerity tell him what he means to you. Nothing. Don't you see, you say, looking deep into his eyes, you don't need to flee to Belarus to be unpopular, because you will always be unpopular in my heart, which is coincidentally about the same shape as Belarus. I don't know what to say. Mainly because I don't know what you're talking about, but if I don't understand it, that must mean it's art. You said art to me! Oh, how could I ever dream of leaving you behind? All right, if it makes you happy, I'll return to Spooky High School and don that heavy prom crown. But only because I know that no matter how popular I get, there will always be one person who thinks I'm only so-so. The people in the airport line clap and cheer, clearly not understanding anything you two just said to each other. Liam accompanies you back to school, and you gain +2 creativity and 1 smarts, giving me 3 stats and 18, baby! Also, you should visit a hospital, since your heart being the shape of Belarus can't mean anything good health-wise. Alright. None of them. That's a choice? You can ask none of them? I mean, I'm not gonna.
Welcome to Leon Day Lion Court.
Yes!
All right. How ironic.
Who could have foreseen this? Liam and Dingle, prom royalty. We did! It was all our plan! We fought for love and love won! Liam is popular again! Huzzah! Anyway, after all these years spent avoiding cliches, this doesn't feel as bad as I imagined.
So authentic.
Maybe doing a 180-degree turn from cliches is good, but embracing cliches is like making a 360-degree turn something or other. At that moment, Miranda becomes distracted by some other wacky plan and leaves you with Liam mumbling to himself. Such a lovable dork. Prom night arrives and the two of you decide to embrace all cliches, from slow dancing to actually having fun. Having fun?
Prom
What the
king.
hell kind of a cliche
How
is that?
unexpected.
After the coronation, Liam admits he's having a great time, which is causing him to reflect on all the cliches he avoided all these years, which he could now embrace. Then he puts his hands over yours and says, "And you know what the biggest cliche I've been avoiding is? Love. And I don't even care how cheesy that sounded." Boy, that was cheesy. But you know what? You don't care either. Best at impersonating a plate of spaghetti. You're goddamn right. Liam best at being purple. Fair enough. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Liam and I are prom royalty together. Liam and Scott co-wrote a cheesy and weird fanfic of two lights that became unexpectedly popular, to the point it turned into a well-known novel of its own. Half of the characters are shirtless for all the right reasons. Oh, it's sort of like a 50 Shades of Grey thing. Polly took a summer job at the Ghosted Christmas Present. She spent most of the time partying since there was almost no work because, you know, it was summer. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And since there's no music here, I'll just, Dun dun dun! What if I told you that the world was gonna end, and you had 15 minutes to spend with me or your friends? Okay, this was a bad idea. I'm stopping now. Goodbye, everyone. Have a delightful day. Drive safely. And I will see you all in the next episode of Psychoboy Plays Monster Prom.